It's 11 p.m. You've been scrolling for 2 hours. Your eyes are tired, your neck hurts, and you didn't even want to watch those last 50 videos, but you couldn't stop. Why? It's because you're caught in the score trap. We think we're using social media to relax, but according to philosopher Nguyen in his 2026 book The Score, we're actually addicted to a fake sense of winning. We've traded our real-life values for digital points, and it's making us miserable. In this video, we are diving into why your brain is wired to crave digital likes over real human connection. I'll break down the metric fixation trap and give you a practical framework to delete the internal scoreboard that's fueling your burnout. If you've ever felt like your phone owns your time more than you do, this is for you. Nguyen argues that human life is naturally value vague. If you want to be a good partner or find your purpose, there is no progress bar. You can work on a relationship for 10 years and still have days where you feel like a failure. That lack of feedback is exhausting for the human brain. For example, think about school. Why do students care more about the GPA than the actual learning? Because learning is invisible and messy, but an A+ is a clear, shiny score. We stop caring about the subject and start caring about the number. Another example is, look at the corporate ladder. People often chase a job title not because they like the work, but because the title is a score that tells the world they are winning. Nguyen calls this seductive clarity. We aren't scrolling because we love the content. We are scrolling because the views and likes give us a hit of pure, uncut feedback that real life refuses to give us. We would rather win a fake game on our phones than deal with the messy reality of a real life achievement. Value capture happens when a simplified metric replaces a complex human value. Fitness tracker, for example. This is the most common one in 2026. People used to go for walks to clear their heads or enjoy the sunset. Now if their Apple Watch dies halfway through, they feel like the walk didn't count. They aren't walking for peace anymore, they're walking for the step count. The metric has captured the value of health. I want to get real with you for a second. I didn't just read this book because it's a 2026 bestseller. I read it because I was drowning in the score trap myself. A few months ago, I realized I couldn't even enjoy a coffee with a friend or a weekend trip without thinking about how it would look as a post. I was checking my notifications every 5 minutes. If people were liking my photos, I felt interesting and successful. But if a post didn't get engagement, I felt invisible. I was literally letting a little red bubble on my screen decide if I was having a good day or a bad one. When I read Nguyen's section on value capture, it hit me like a ton of bricks. I realized I had traded my actual life, the taste of the coffee, the conversation with my friend for a social score. I was living for the scoreboard, not for the experience. This book helped me realize that I am the architect of my own happiness. I started doing ghost trips, going places, and intentionally taking 0 photos for social media. And honestly, my anxiety dropped almost overnight. I'm sharing this because if you feel that constant background buzz of digital pressure, I want you to know it's not your fault. You've just been playing a game that was designed to make you stay. Think about Tinder or Hinge. Instead of meeting someone at a coffee shop, which is awkward and slow, we swipe. We treat people like scorecards. We look for the highest stats, height, job, income, rather than the human connection. We've turned love into a matching game. Nguyen calls this agential narrowing. We become smaller, simpler versions of ourselves just so we can fit into the scoreboard. This is why you feel productive all day, but still feel like you've done nothing of substance. You were busy ticking boxes, but you weren't actually living. So, how do we escape? It's about agential autonomy. 1. The disposable ends strategy. Treat social media like a board game. You care about the points while the box is open, but the moment you close the app, the points become 0. Don't take the social score into your dinner with your family. 2. Cultivate vague hobbies. Do something that cannot be measured. Paint a picture and throw it away. Play a guitar for no one. Read a book and don't track it on an app. Relearn how to enjoy things that have a score of 0. When you close this video, don't immediately click another one. Sit in the silence for 2 minutes. Prove to your brain that you can exist without a digital input. I've put a link to the score in the description. It is truly the most important book you'll read this year. See you next time.